have never in my life seen so much hypocrisy as what we're seeing right now. We're on the floor of the House of Representatives now. We are asked to, in fact, not asked, we're mandated to wear masks again, even though most of us have already been vaccinated. And at the same time, this same administration under the Biden administration and Mrs. Pelosi and Mr. Schumer, the Democrat Party, wanting and mandating that we mask up in the House, they're admitting illegal aliens by the tens of thousands. We had 20,000 in 1 week, and many of them with a COVID positive situation. We think that there's at least 8 to 8.5% COVID positive rates, and they are releasing them into the state of Texas. A good example is in La Jolla, Texas, in the Rio Grande Valley sector, which I've been to 3 times this year. We had a number of people who called the police because they were in a Whataburger there, and people were, there was a family coughing, sneezing, acting real sick. And when they came in and asked them what was going on, they admitted that they were illegal aliens, and they had tested positive for COVID, and the federal government had released them. They had gone to a hotel that has been rented for their benefit. There's nothing mandating that they stay in the motel. They've left the motel, gone out into the community there in La Jolla, and nothing's keeping them from traveling anywhere in the United States of America. When I left the Rio Grande Valley sector a few weeks ago with Governor Abbott and President Trump, we saw half of my airplane, maybe a third to a half of my airplane was full of illegal migrants, all with free cell phones and new clothes, and being flown out, and some of them in first class, I noticed, all over this country. And this is what's going on. Even at our Air Force bases, at Laughlin Air Force Base, we know that they were flying illegal migrants out on airplanes, and now we find out they're COVID positive, while the rest of us have to mask up and go into seclusion again. Let's hope we don't have another lockdown. The United States of America won't be able to stand that, and I don't think the American people will stand for it either, with this hypocritical Biden administration and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. It's awful.
Yeah, this double standard is concerning. And Congressman, there's also reports that only 13% of 50,000 illegals released by the Biden administration at the border have reported to ICE once they reach their destination. So it makes you wonder, one, how many of these people are COVID positive and now they're sent around our country? And two, we don't know where they're at. They're not checking in. How concerning is this to you? Very, very concerning, because at the exact same time, Lindsay, they're doing away with the only solution that we have during a pandemic to protect the American people, and that's Title 42, the public health restrictions, which President Trump's administration put to great use during the pandemic during their last year. This is the only solution to this. Don't get rid of Title 42. For goodness sakes, use Title 42. That's the only way we can turn people back across the border that are COVID positive and deport everyone during a pandemic. No exceptions. That's what this is for.
Congressman, our governor, Greg Abbott, seems to be wanting to take matters into his own hands as he's authorizing the National Guard to arrest illegals at the border on state charges. What we have going on right now seems to be a complete mess down there. It's what, we might in Texas call that a goat rope. What, is Governor Abbott's solution here going to solve the problem?
Well, I think I really appreciate the governor stepping up to the plate. There's several of us, members of the House and the Texas delegation. We know that the U.S. Constitution and Article 4, Section 4 guarantees the federal government's supposed to guarantee a Republican form of government to each state. And if they are not protecting us from invasion, then we have the right to step into that gap. And that's exactly what Governor Abbott is doing, and sending, of course, we've been sending DPS officers down there, but now National Guard are going down to help start arresting people who are in violation of state and local laws to try to help our local law enforcement and our state law enforcement. Since the Biden administration is simply AWOL, they are in violation of their oaths of office. They're not protecting and upholding the Constitution of the United States, and they're leaving Texans and property owning and their property and their lives at the mercy of these illegal immigrants that are coming across.